Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to understand some basic paper writing tips for subject chemistry. So before this we are going to go through the evaluation plan that how your chemistry examination will be conducted. So it will be taken in two ways, like it is first theory or written examination which will be conducted for 70 marks and with a time duration of 3 hours. Then in the second part, it will be a practical examination which is for 30 marks, again for a time duration of 3 hours. So in total, it accounts for 100 marks. So talking about your written examination or theory examination, so your question paper is going to get divided into four sections. Section A, Section B, Section C, and Section D. So section A includes multiple choice questions, which is question number 1. So 10 questions will be there here, in which we have to choose the correct answer from the four options given. So this is there for 10 marks. Then again question number 2 includes very short answers, which is there for 8 marks, means 8 questions are there. So here in total 18 questions we have to attempt, 10 MCQs and 8 short answers, and all are compulsory, you don't have option here. Now going through section B, which is short answer questions. So this is going to start from question number 3 to question number 14. So here each question carries 2 marks, so you have to attempt any 8 out of 12. So in total you are going to get 16 marks. Next is section C, which includes short answer questions again. So it is from question number 15 to question number 26. So each question here is for 3 marks. Again here you have to attempt any 8 out of 12. So here you are going to get a total of 24 marks after attempting all the questions if all comes to be correct. Now section D, that is long answer questions, which includes from question number 27 to question number 31. So here you have to attempt any 3 out of 5 question, means each accounts for 4 marks. So this section, that is section D, is for 12 marks. So in this way this question paper comes out to be of 70 marks. So here we have chapter wise distribution of marks, in which you can see you are having the marks for every chapter with option and without option. So you can go through this. So the first preference you can give it for physical chemistry, because in physical chemistry one advantage you have of, you can say, numericals. So some of you fear from numericals that you don't get the correct answer, but when we are going to go through the paper, I am going to tell you that even if you are not able to get the answer, how to do with it. Okay. Then second part is in inorganic chemistry. So students, yes, you have to go through this part very in a very good way, that you can see here this chapter number 7 consists of 8 marks with options. Again chapter number 8 consists of 8 marks, and chapter number 9 consists of 7 marks. Okay, so these are one of the highest marks carrying chapters. And again from organic chemistry, as you all fear from the organic reactions, so I will advise you to first go through physical chemistry and inorganic chemistry. Okay, and then you proceed with organic chemistry, and then you have applied chemistry. So it is easy part, students, you can go through it very easily. So do not leave this part, applied chemistry, because it is not that tough as compared to other parts, so you can score some marks from this also. Now going through the question paper, you can see this is your section A, which is going to start with question number 1. So in this way you are going to get your questions like this. 10 questions will be there, and then you have to write the answers like this. You can see no need to write the question, students, but you have to write that which option you are writing, that is option A, option B, option C, or option D. This you have to include. Okay, so this 1 marks each for every correct answer. Then you are having question number 2, which is Short answers, very short answers, so 1 mark for each answer. Here basically you are going to get some definitions and some short calculations. Okay, so definitions are mainly going to be asked in this part, and some laws. Okay, some laws can also be asked here. So statements of the laws, please go through them correctly because they are going to give you the marks in this section. Then section B, which is again short answers. So here you are going to have 2 marks each for each correct answer. So in this way you are going to get it from question number 3. From question number 3 you are going to get it till your question number 14, like this. So you can see here that when we talk about question number 3, like obtain the relation between the rate constant and half-life of a first order reaction. So you can see if you just initiate the mechanism or initiate to write the derivation, okay, you are going to get 1 mark till this step. And if you carried it forward you are going to get another 1 more marks. So students, if you are not able to write the entire derivation, at least try to write it till wherever you are able to write. If you are not able to remember the last step, do not leave the entire answer. Do not leave entire answer. At least try to write it wherever you remember it correctly. So from the 2 marks, at least you can get 1 mark. So leaving the entire answer is not the correct thing. At least you should try it. At least you should write it till where you know it correctly. So some mark you can get it. Now the next you can see how will you prepare propane 1-amine from. You have to prepare it from 2 different reagents, like it is butane nitrile and first is 1 nitropropane. So 1 mark for each correct reaction. So when you are writing the reaction, so same reaction you can explain in words also. Nothing different you have to write. Whatever reaction you are writing using the chemical formula, so same explanation, just give it in 1 or 2 sentences. Okay, so that will be very better for understanding of the teacher, that the student knows the basic things how to write the reaction. Again this includes here question number 5 is given for like what is the standard enthalpy of combustion, give as example. So this you can write it 1 mark for each. In this way, here also you can see one numerical is there, that in NaOH solution the concentration of OH minus is 2.87 into 10 raised to minus 4 molar. Calculate the pH of the solution. So students, you can see here, even just you write the formula you are going to get half marks. On substitution you are going to get half marks. And if you are obtaining the correct answer you are going to get 1 mark. So what I want to say, if you don't know, if you are not able to get the correct answer, at least start with the given. Write given, write formula. At least you can go through the formulas of formulae which are given in the chapter. You can go through that formulae and you can use that, and substitution you have to go through it. Just write in a very particular format. Make your paper neat and clean and easily understandable by the teacher. Don't create a stress on the teacher that she will not able to understand where it is written, what it is written. If a teacher gets a very attractive paper, so you are going to get the marks very easily. If she understands everything very easily, she is going to give you marks. So here you can see you have to start the numerical in a particular format, that first you have to write the given, that what you have understood from the question, so that you have to include in the given section. Then you have to write the formula, then substitution should be done, and then finally you have to write the correct answer. Now in this way you can go through this section B. Now proceeding with section C. So here students, you are going to have attempt any 8. Okay, you have to attempt any 8 of the following questions. So each question carries a total of 3 marks. So again here you can see that you have marks on each point, on stepwise marks are been given. It is not like that if you write the entire derivation then only you are going to get the mark. It is not like that. Proceed in a stepwise manner because step carries marks. Okay, if you don't know the final answer, okay, no problem, just begin it. Okay, just begin it, try to write it wherever you can. And when you try to write the chemical reaction, please make sure that you write the correct reagents, you write the correct product. What is being asked, you write it correctly, because chemical reactions should be written in a very precise manner. You are not going to get the marks if you write anything, because products are very precise. What is asked in the question, that only you have to prepare. You cannot prepare anything and you are not going to get the marks then. So reagents are also very important. If the reaction is given in two steps, if the reaction is given in two steps, so you have to show the two steps correctly. Do not write just the reactant and just the product. Many of the students make this mistake that they just write the reactant and they just write the product. In one single step the reaction is completed. But no, if it is given stepwise, you have to write it in a stepwise manner. Just the reactant and just the product, you are not going to get the marks in this case. If the reaction is two step or three step, write it in that much step which is given to you. So here also in this numerical you can see, students, that is question number 23, one numerical is been asked, and you can see half marks is given just for formula, half marks is given just for substitution, and then half marks for getting one answer and another half sorry, one marks for getting one answer and next one marks for getting another answer. So if you don't know the answer, if you're not able to calculate the answer for anyhow, just you write the formula and substitute it, you are going to get the one mark. So in this way you are going to get one mark from every numerical without doing anything, just by remembering the formula. And as I have told you, whenever you are writing a chemical reaction, make sure that whatever you are writing the reaction, just explain that reaction in the form of words. So there will be no deduction of marks. You are going to get complete one mark there. So if you can go through this derivation, you can see here again marks are given on steps. You can see that marks are been given on steps. So that only I am trying to explain you that do not leave the do not leave the entire derivation. Just start it with somewhat you are knowing. And make sure that you frame your answers according to what it is asked and how, for how much marks it is asked. If it is asked for 2 marks, do not write the entire page. Try to manage your answers according to the marks, because you are not going to get the extra time. You have to finish off your paper within the 3 hours, and after finishing off your paper you have to check for the mistakes, if any mistake is there in the paper. So do not unnecessarily write the extra thing. If you write the extra thing, you are not going to get the extra marks. Just focus on the important points. If it is asked for 2 marks, so what should be included? Not extra things. Extra things are not required. You are not going to get the extra marks if extra things are included, but your extra time will be wasted. So in that time you can manage some more answers. So please make sure that you do not waste your time on unnecessary extra things. Frame your answers according to the marks. Frame your answers according to what it is asked, because this is the biggest mistake which has been made, and this is the reason that why you are not able to complete your paper on time. because you keep on writing extra things, and then the main question is left behind and you don't get the time to complete your main answers. So now section D, here you have to attempt any three, so each question carries a total of 4 marks. So this will be long answer type. So long answer type, again, it does not mean that you have to write 2 page or 3 page, again up to the question what is being asked. Like see here, what is the action of chlorine on the following? So it is very simple. See, the reaction is given to you. First, iron. What happens if iron reacts with chlorine? So this is just a one step reaction. You are going to get 1 mark for such a simple reaction. Again, chlorine reacts with the excess of ammonia to form ammonium chloride. So whatever reaction you are writing, that ammonia is reacting with chlorine, you are going to get ammonium chloride. So whatever you are writing in chemical formula, same thing you have to write in the statement, so that there will be no deduction of the marks. Now next is rate law. Again, if rate law is asked, so definitely when the law is asked, you have to write the statement. You have to write the statement and the particular derivation or particular formula which is given according to that rate law. And whenever you are writing any formula or you are explaining any expression, so you have to explain what are the terms. Because see here, if you see rate is equals to R is equals to K, it is there in square bracket, that is concentration of A into concentration of B. So you have to explain what is K is a rate constant. You have to explain what is A, what is B, why it is written in square bracket, that you have to say that they are molar concentration of reactants A and B. So in this way, you have to explain things. So what are important should be included, what are not important should not be included. So you need to understand the difference, what is important, what is not important. You cannot just write the expression and leave it. You have to explain the terms involved. What are these terms? This is important. So like this, you are having question number 28, question number 29. See, this mechanism is there. Again, you can see here in this mechanism of the reaction. So this diagram is very important. When you write this mechanism or this reaction, you can say, and then here it is written backside attack of the nucleophile, transition state is there, then inversion of the configuration. You can see students, half marks is given here on each step, and you can see such a big paragraph is there. So you can make it short according to you. You can make it short. Such a large paragraph for half marks, you can just remove, you can some delete some 2 or 3 statements, make it one simple statement, and you can do it like that also. It is okay. When a teacher checks the paper, she checks whether the following students knows the correct thing or not. If you are writing one simple thing in 4 sentences, and if a student is writing that same thing in one sentence, so both are going to get the same marks, because we just want the correct answer, we don't want length. If you are writing it for 1 page, the same content you are writing it in 1 page, you are going to get 2 marks. If a particular student is writing the same content in 3 lines, he or she is also going to get the same 2 marks. We want the correct thing, we don't want length. Okay, so make sure you go through this point. So this is how you are going to get the marks according to the steps. So I wish a very good luck for your exam, and I hope you are going to do best and give your best. Okay students, so go through it, go through the video once, twice, or whenever you require it. All the best for your exams.
For further updates of Dr. Asadullah Khan English High School and Junior College, don't forget to press the bell icon.